Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Vanessa and I already have some cards on the table. So I was asking Spirit for messages for the collective tuning in here that could be helpful with this eclipse energy that's been going on. Okay. Weird. It's been weird. Has it been weird? The energy's been wild. Oh my goodness, the energy's been wild. So this is to try to help, right? Because eclipses are major. And I am like, can't believe I'm saying that, because I mean, I can. They are major. Definitely major endings and beginnings. And we just had the full moon, or today we have the full moon. Yesterday we had the full moon. Yesterday the eclipse happened, and it's a September 7th to 2025 eclipse. So even if you're seeing this at some other time, there's probably a message here that resonates, but this is definitely to be like here and now and help with these wonky energies. So the cards I have on the table, we are looking at, for some people, a major ending in a romantic relationship. And what I'm seeing is actually that it was a connection with a soulmate that you had karma with, that you needed to learn some lessons and do some healing. And it looks as though this isn't necessarily the easiest thing to go through. I think breakups are not an easy thing to go through generally. And yet there's also a sense of knowing that you are in a really powerful position to kind of take the lead in what you want to create. With that, there is also the potential of brand new love coming in. Okay, so I do have the Two of Cups here as well. Two of Cups and Knight of Cups are upright. I've got Six of Cups, 10 of Cups, and the Page of Cups in reverse. I've also got, so for some of you, this is about love. And clearing out for ease, we'll call it a karmic relationship. I think every relationship has a level of karma and dharma in it, right? It's just that usually with karmic partners, they're here to help us learn and grow and evolve. And then ideally that dynamic gets released when the lessons have been learned. So I'm seeing that there have been repetitive patterns here. This has been going on for a while. This isn't a surprise. If you're watching the ending of this relationship should not be coming as a surprise to you. This is something that you've been going through. And by allowing this ending, by allowing yourself to make a new decision, and by following the advice here that you are the Hierophant. Let's see if it'll doodly-doo. Oh, not really. Okay, there we go. So you are the Hierophant. This is the advice for you, regardless of if this is a love relationship that has ended or if this is a dream vision that you stepped into, like a new home and you were so excited about it in the past, or new career that you were incredibly passionate about and had a lot of heartfelt excitement. Your heart was really in this. No matter what, your heart was really in this in the past. And something has happened recently. I am getting that you've received messages, kind of like emotionally immature in general. The opposite of emotionally intelligent. Kind of like emotionally void, very without any swords being here. There are no swords on the table. I've really only got cups and wands on the table, and then 2 major arcana. We have the Hierophant as your advice. It's what you are. It's who you are. You're stepping into your own spiritual authority here. And also that you can seek guidance in like a spiritual mentor, or in a figure that you feel has a lot of integrity, that can give you a lot of wisdom. And this does have to do in like a spiritual or like religious context. So this could also be the advice being like to really focus on your faith at this time, whether it's religious or just spiritual. Faith just is its own beautiful, beautiful thing, and a gift, and something that can be strengthened with practice. So strengthening your faith at this point in time is going to be really helpful. Keeping the faith at this point in time is going to be really helpful. Because for some of you, this isn't necessarily a romantic relationship that's ending. For some of you, this is literally like something you had like a goal, like a life, what you thought your life path was, what you thought was the perfect thing to do as a career. You were really inspired by it. You're really good at it. And it was setting you up for success in the past. But something happened. Communication happened. And action was taken at some point that was like a red flag. And I'm getting that you have so much maturity at this point in time because of everything you've gone through and all of the lessons you've been learning, that you... Oh, lost that. It'll come back. Spirit, will you bring that back, please, if it's meant to be said? But essentially, like, you are now realizing that... that's what it was. A red flag is just a simple way to throw it out of my mouth. It's just an easy term to coin, but it's not as like simple as just one red flag for many of you. This is like something that it's like repeat. You've seen multiple red flags. For some of you though, it quite literally could have been just one red flag. And now because, well, I have been talking about red flags on this channel a little bit, and how in my own experience I'm recognizing that I don't need to investigate the red flag and find out what material it's made of or how it's red or why it's red. Nope. Don't touch the hot stove, Vanessa. Right? And so because you've been burned in the past, now when you're seeing that hot stove, you're not going to touch it. When you see that one red flag, that's it. And so now you realize that you have a decision to make, and it looks like you are choosing to step into your power and your worth, and to cut cords, release yourself from anyone who isn't supportive of you and your goals, your priorities, who are distractions, distracting you from what it is you truly want to create. So we're going to clarify. We're going to get a little bit deeper in here. And actually, this is how we're going to do it. So I'm going to split it up between the 12 signs. I'm going to leave these cards on the table. Sets up a really good base and intro. And then we're just going to go through the 12 signs, and I'm going to pull 3 cards for each, and let's see what exactly is going on here for you. You can check out your sun, moon, rising placements, but also Venus, if you know what your Venus is in, Mercury, you can go wild with it. You can look at all of the signs and see what things resonate. You can just pick your sun sign, or you can just pick your moon sign, or however you're feeling guided in this video. And I will put the timestamps so that you can go through and hop around depending on your prominent placements in your chart. Because remember, we have all 12 signs in our chart. So we'll start with Aries. I'm going to pull just some oracle cards, maybe just one oracle card and one tarot card. We'll see. We'll see. It's pretty spontaneous of me. Did not really think about this or plan this out. So, hey Aries, what's going on for you? What is this ending that the eclipse is bringing, this gift? Okay, so you're an indigo child. The person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural-born leader. Well, definitely. Aries, definitely. Aries, they are the pioneers of the chart. They are the first ones. They're number one. It means that they are adventurous. You are adventurous in some fashion. If you have Aries strong in your chart, okay, you know that you can lead. You are probably self-led. You don't really need or desire someone else telling you how to do something, when to do it. It takes a lot of trust and respect, 11:11 on the clock, for you to be able to follow someone else. They have to really embody a higher level of maturity, leadership, authority than you, and you have to be able to see them as someone that you can learn from and or that you feel confident in following. Okay, because Aries, a lot of people want to tell us that we have to be right all the time. It's actually not really true, although in some ways, yes, it is. But the ways that people don't expect when it comes to Aries and when it comes to leadership is that typically when an aligned Aries, not an ego-driven Aries, they will need to be right. The ego will come in at any and all costs just to prove the point that they're right, okay? We're not talking about that type of Aries. You are not that type of Aries. You wouldn't be here if you were. You are the type of Aries that senses the right direction to go in, speaks up about it directly, and if others in the group are confident enough and courageous enough to also give another answer without automatically just thinking that they can't give their opinion because you'll be combative or you have to be right, because a lot of people think this about Aries. But actually, if there are other people in this group that you're trying to give, suggested directions, if they can stand up and share their thoughts on maybe a different alternate route, and you listen to it with an open mind, you probably would have some good Aquarian placements if you're this type of Aries, because the group really does matter. And you don't have to have strong Aquarian placements to resonate with this. But basically, if someone else in the group is bold enough to share their opinion and you are open-minded enough to listen and take in that suggestion as well and weigh your suggestion versus theirs, and if you truly are open and you think that their suggestion is better, well, if you're an aligned Aries, you're not an ego-driven Aries, then it would be really easy for you to say, you know what, Susie has actually, that's a better plan. Let's go with that. And then you will help to lead whoever is with you in that direction, the best direction for all. So you're definitely stepping away from individuals who maybe project upon you or make you feel as though you're doing something wrong, when in reality, you're really heart-centered here and really trying to guide the team into the best outcome possible. So I'm getting that you're stepping away from kind of like an immature, or I don't know if corrupt is the right word, definitely an immature person in a leadership role or an authority role. Okay. So can I get another oracle card, please, for Aries about this? Thank you, angels and guides. Visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. Okay, we're going to do a tarot card here, just to kind of wrap it up. So, this could be a work dynamic. This could be a school dynamic, a learning dynamic. Maybe you went to school for something and you're thinking about going to school for something else, or you're working somewhere and it's gotten confusing. People are projecting upon you certain things that you know are not true, and I think you're thinking about stepping away. Look at that with the Queen of Wands. That's you. That's me. Hi. Queen of Wands. If 4 more down here. We'll just look at them. But I like that we got Queen of Wands energy. 5 of Cups. Okay, we have the Tower in reverse. Okay, we've got 3 of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the King of Swords, and we've got Temperance. Okay, so balance is coming in for you. Things are getting rebalanced. I think that you're aware that if you were to continue listening to this authority figure or this person, that not only is there going to be, like, I think you're feeling some, like, frustration. I think your heart's feeling a little heavy at the moment around, like, what exactly this ending is, what it means. It doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel actually, like, authentic. It feels very much like projections. And so we have the Tower in reverse. So you have gone through this before in some fashion, and you now know that this is a divine invitation rather than a divine intervention. And so you are able to avoid a really big tower moment here by listening to your inner wisdom and your experience, and knowing that you actually are an incredible leader and you have everything in you to create what you want. So we have the first Pentacles on the deck, on the desk, on the deck, fine. And it's the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So there's no longer collaboration possible here. This is the wrong group of skilled professionals to be around. King of Swords. I think that you are seeing the truth of this. You have a beautiful balance between the masculine and feminine within yourself at this time. The masculine part of yourself bringing in that logic and discernment, and that feminine part of you knowing that you can create anything that you want as long as you're inspired by it. And we have Temperance. So there's a lot of inner balance happening within you, which is going to help to bring more balance around you. You just have to kind of be patient and focus on what it is that you want to create, and trust that you have spirit on your side. You have your angels and guides, your ancestors, all of, like, the universal flow is with you. You're just having to cut out the distractions at the moment to say, cancel, clear, delete, and to cut cords. Okay, we have Archangel Michael here twice, and we've got 3. Where did I just put him? Let me bring him back. Oh, where did I just put him? Basically, you have 3 masculine figures here with swords, because we had, oh, there we go. Here. See? So you can work with Archangel Michael to cut cords here. And you can also, trust that there's a whole new divine, not only abundance, not only happiness, but just like divine life purpose. This is like very much career / life purpose for the Aries that I'm speaking to. So yeah, just stay true to your vision and what you want to create, and know that you can. And there's something else that you've wanted to do that isn't brand new, that you've done a lot of it. And so I think that the universe is nudging you in that direction. I need to keep those down because that's for everybody. So you already know what to do. It's just about trusting in yourself and keeping the faith that you can create the reality that you want. You don't have to listen to anyone else. I hope that helps. Okay, Taurus. Let's move into Taurus now. What is it that I can help Taurus with through this eclipse? This September 2025 eclipse season. Thank you, angels and guides. Taurus. Sun, moon, rising. Whatever. Venus, Mercury. Taurus. Shield yourself. Protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. And then clear yourself. Ask the angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. I'm so far getting that this is basically Taurus. You can just listen to the Aries portion and know that it's not so much that you have to be the one leading, although it seems like you have a lot of leadership qualities within you as well. You might have some pretty prominent Aries in your chart, actually. But I'm seeing at this point in time that it's most necessary for you to kind of be able to do your thing and to kind of like slow down a little bit and kind of plop down and sit still, to meditate, to focus on your own connection to source and what it is that you want to create next. So again, very, very similar to the Aries portion of this reading, but it's not on you to have to figure out the direction to take and to take those action steps. It's actually on you right now to focus on releasing still, to focus on the clearing of energy, the cutting of cords, the protecting of your energy, letting go of any habits or patterns that have kind of been on a repetitive loop for you for however many months or years. So most likely it's years. It doesn't have to be. A card for Taurus, please. Cooperation instead of competition. What's yours is yours, and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete, as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. So this is also, again, like stepping away, just focusing on clearing out any people, patterns, habits, places, situations that haven't been serving you, or that maybe served you for a period of time and brought you some happiness and some inspiration in the recent past, but that you've also kind of sensed is going to take you away from your priorities. So that being what you want to create with your life. Okay, we're going to pull one tarot card. Thank you, angels and guides. Okay, so we have the King of Swords. That also was in the Aries reading. So for some of you that are in a more leadership kind of position, that reading will be really beneficial. And along very similar lines here, I am just going to reshuffle since that card was pretty much right there on the top from the Aries. Maybe I didn't really like reintegrate it back in. But yeah, there's a lot of clarity coming to you at this time. So meditation, resting, focusing on your nutrition, focusing on exercise, focusing on like cleaning up things, whether that's your room or your kitchen or your yard or your mind or your body. You're being called into more of healing at this moment. So Knave of Pentacles, there is a fresh start here. It's not brand new. And it does have to do with your money and finances and your material possessions and wealth. Very Tauran themes anyway. That second house rules. It's Taurus's house, and it is all about money that you create, a foundation that you lay for yourself in this 3D reality. So what is it that you want to create, Taurus? Because you're being asked to really slow down right now and focus on making space for that reality to come into fruition. Yeah, and the Star in reverse. So for some of you, this is really also about like the Four of Swords, like healing and meditation. Focusing on your healing at this point in time. I hope that helps, Taurus. Okay, we're going to go into Gemini. What is it that Gemini can focus on through this eclipse season, please? There's a major ending and potential for a very aligned and much more satisfying life and future, whether that's in love or whether that's in career. I'm not sure, so let's find out for Taurus, please. What is the message? I'm sorry, for Gemini, please. Let's find out what the message for Gemini is. It's eclipse season. I'm currently doing laundry right now while I'm doing this. 27:27 was just on the clock. I saw 27:28 right afterwards. So there's kind of a progression happening. I'll take those, sure. Okay, vegan, vegetarian, abundance mindset, and release. Okay, so the Taurus reading could actually also be helpful for you to check out, Gemini. Whether or not you know that you have strong Taurus placements as well in your chart. But basically, like, I'm seeing that it's time to also clear away and release, and especially on a very physical level. Changing your diet can be really beneficial. For some of you, it means you're going into more plant-based. For some of you, it means you're actually going to pay more attention to how much protein you're consuming and to make sure that you are getting enough protein. And then now I'm also hearing fiber. So Gemini, I don't know if mentally you've been feeling a little bit more sluggish or weighed down or really like preoccupied with all of this eclipse energy that's been going on. But I'm seeing that as you focus on clearing things that aren't serving you and focusing on putting very healthful things into your body, whatever that means for you on a personal level, that it really helps your mind to become very clear and fast again. Because we know Gemini, they're thinkers. They are quick, great at learning things, love to check out all kinds of different topics, facts, learning different things. You're very mentally stimulating, and you're very mentally stimulated. Typically, you like to be mentally stimulated. So there's something about whatever this, those birds got really loud. I don't know if you can hear them. Whatever this cycle is that's closing out for you with the eclipse happening right now, you are being given an opportunity to make some new decisions that can help you to see clearly what it is that you want to create. So this feels a little bit more on like the health and wellness side, but I think that this transitions into career, into everyday life. This can also enhance your relationships. There could have been a relationship around you that just was really like manipulative or confusing, or they liked to keep things kind of confusing with you. I don't know what that's about. That's not going to resonate for everybody, but there's something there about releasing a person. And so whether that's in a loving relationship or an old, coworker or boss or an old friend, someone that you just don't resonate with anymore, it's a good idea to cut cords. Get one more of these oracle cards for Gemini, please. What is it that Gemini is releasing, please? Thank you. Quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself, and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. So I guess just validation. It's going to be a different scenario for each one of you Gemini that are tuning in on what it is that you're closing out and you're releasing. But you already know. And so this is validation to go for it. You are your own person. You're your own authority. And I do really recommend that you check out the Taurus reading because it also kind of goes into more details here. I refer to the Aries reading in that one, but I don't think you guys need to check out Aries unless there is some form of leadership that you're truly wanting to step into, in which case check out the Aries portion. I'm going to pull one more tarot card for Gemini. Just shuffle these really quick. Woodpeckers are outside right now too, so definitely like going to the beat of your own drum, having your own rhythm with things, not letting anyone else dictate your mental fortitude, your mind, the way that you think about things. There's someone who, there's a manipulative figure for some of you that it's just time to completely release yourself from, separate from. And I see your mind coming back. I don't know what exactly that is about, but if it resonates, then keep it. If it doesn't, don't take it. For Gemini, please, what's happening? The 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so releasing sadness. You've already actually released this sadness. So definitely it could have been a love relationship, Gemini. Knight of Wands. Messages of hope, inspiration coming in. Also wanting to feel as though you can kind of like take off on your own horse and go after the things that you're really inspired by or turned on by. And releasing the 10 of Cups in reverse again. So 10 of Cups in reverse twice for you, Gemini. And I do have Knight of Wands twice here for you as well. There's a hot, cold. There's the Knight of Wands in reverse in your environment around you. There's someone in and out of your life, hot and cold, confusing. They've kept things confusing. And I think that for a lot of you, this has been a romantic relationship and dynamic that you have been involved in. And it's time, you've already actually released a lot of the sadness around thinking about ending things. Or there's already been a breakup, but this person's kind of still in and out of your life and been kind of like continuing to lead you on in a way, or just keep things kind of confused. so that they can continue to have access to you and your energy, but it's slowing you down. It's distracting you. It's too much. So it's time. It's time to move forward. We've got the Three of Wands here. So you can see, you already know what it is that you want to move towards. You've thought about this. You've already decided. I just don't think that you've necessarily flaunted that with this person or communicated that, and probably with good reason. Like, they don't need to know your next moves. It sounds like there's someone that you don't want to be, you shouldn't be sharing your plans with. So I hope that helps, Gemini. Moving on to Cancer now. What is it that I can help the Cancerians with who are tuning in here? Thank you, Spirit. A lot of woodpeckers flying around right now. So again, for Cancer, you're getting like maybe even finding community that you can, it's like a different fun rhythm. Everyone's a little bit more quirky, or there's something like that. I don't know what this is about. Let's see. What's going on for Cancer, please? What is the ending here for Cancer that's tuning in? Have courage to ask for and accept help. Okay. Like-minded community. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it's offered to you. Very often when you ask for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance, as well as give it to others as you are guided. So stepping in with, spending more time with like-minded individuals that are moving to the beat of their own drum, that have their own identity, that feel confident in who they are, what they're doing. This could be in a spiritual community, it could be in an artistic community, it could be in a neurodivergent community, it could be in even just volunteering. You meet really cool people when you go out and volunteer. At least that's been my experience. Sever vows of poverty. Okay. What else for Cancer? Deservingness. So have you been hanging out with the wrong crowd for too long and you know that? Maybe you've been slowly kind of separating yourself more and more. And maybe with that, you've also been meeting new people that feel like soul family. So it feels as though, Cancer, that you're separating yourself either from an individual or a group of people that felt like home at one point in time, that felt like family, maybe even literally were family, whether born into it or married to it. And that dynamic has expired. And so you're being asked to find other like-minded individuals, spend more time with them, with the new community that feels more authentic to who you are, cutting cords to others who it seems like were keeping you in a lower vibration, keeping you from seeing your worth, probably because they aren't in a position to see their worth or acknowledge it. But you are stepping into your value and your self-worth. So that's a part of this kind of rift that's been going on for a bit with this other community or this other relationship dynamic. They were keeping you small and you were keeping yourself small. But I'm seeing that you're no longer willing to do that because it's just too expensive to stay small. There's too much loss mentality. There's too much scarcity. There's too much poverty in and around these energies, these people. This feels like people for you, Cancer. So working on self-worth and working on your deservingness of abundance, of financial stability, financial freedom. Maybe you have wild dreams of starting your own thing and becoming, you know, so financially well off that you can create community, that you can create a place where like-minded individuals like yourself can gather and be together and create more. Or maybe you're really into animals and you want to create an animal sanctuary, you know, like you need funding to be able to do those types of things so that you can have the space to make your own home, Cancer. You're creating a new home for yourself and others, those that you deem to be soul fam. Strength in reverse, so stepping into your own personal strength, not feeling like you're being kind of like beaten down by anyone else or kept small. You're being asked to really rise up into who you're meant to be, and we have the Hierophant again. So we have the Hierophant twice for you, which is spiritual authority. It's faith. Pretty cool, actually, Cancer. I see you in like some new homestead or some new, maybe you're moving. You could actually physically be moving at this time and getting away from that old relationship and or that old community or dynamic group of people that you had spent a lot of time with in the past and that they just drain you. So have courage, you know, hone into the strength and the inner strength that you have being this like authority of self. Okay, I hope that helps, Cancer. We're moving on to Leo. What is it that Leo is going through at this time, please, with these eclipses that are happening? What's going on for Leo, please, Spirit? Thank you. Oh, that's a lot. Workshop, seminars, conscious consumer, Earth Angel, ask for your needs to be met in abundance mindset. Okay. So you might actually be in like business school, Leo. Or some kind of recent training or development, trade, certification. It could have just been that you attended a weekend seminar or workshop, literally. But something about tuning into how you create and also consume, how you add to this, whatever the industry is that you're in, or whatever the goal is for what you want to be, who you want to be. And I'm seeing that in career. This feels like you're desiring to step into more of like an entrepreneurial or a teacher or a leader or a boss in some aspect. And you have everything that you need to do this, and it's okay to ask for help. You could be very self-reliant. You could be very independent. At times you might be hyper-independent. If you have strong Aries placements in your chart that you know of, check out the Aries portion of this. If you have strong Cancer in your chart, check out the Cancer portion that I put, because there could be some overlapping messages that apply here. But essentially, like, I see you stepping into a boss kind of position. 4444 was on the clock when I said that. So very aligned, very much like the king of the castle kind of deal, but like in your own way. And it's meant to help people, whatever this is, whether it's like a service job or if you're creating a product. There's a lot of service intentionality behind stepping into this leadership role, stepping into this boss mode. Clarify for Leo, please, what it is. I'm getting that you're really stepping into it. Less of that you need to release, like a lot of the other readings have had. For you, it looks like you've already kind of done a lot of the heavy releasing, the heavy lifting and throwing out. Throwing lots of things in garbage bags and donating them or tossing the junk or recycling it. But I see that you've already actually really let go of a lot. And you're stepping into a really new, harmonious money situation, balanced material wealth, the Six of Pentacles, and we've got the Knight, that's the Knave of Swords. So the Page of Swords. So yeah, I mean, you've really been studying, you've been learning, you've gone through, you have a lot of skills. You actually are much further ahead than you probably think you are. And it just looks like you might need to ask for some help from others here and there, or from the universe, so that you can continue to kind of step into this. But it looks for you, Leo, like you already know what you want to create, and you're moving into that boss mode, that self-made millionaire, self-made billionaire kind of thing, because you've got something that the world needs. And again, it's like, whether it's a product or a service, there's a lot of spiritual chutzpah, oomph. There's so much aligned, genuine, like, support, angelic support, universal support. Like, you, Leo, you really have something here. And it's going to help people. And that allows you to continue with the confidence that you have. I think that you're more ready than you think you are, but you're still, it looks like you're taking those action steps, and you're stepping into this really beautiful future for yourself. Keep going. It's great. It's on the bottom of that deck. The Six of Wands. So, like, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, Leo. You do it, Leo. Really nice reading. That was really nice. Okay, we're moving on to Virgo. So we are doing this, eclipse reading, and it is a Virgo Pisces axis that this eclipse is touching, landing on, like 15 degrees Pisces and Virgo, something like that. I'm an astrologer, but I don't know. Sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, like paying attention to all of that stuff. And especially when people post on like what's happening. There are definitely themes that apply to everybody. However, it just drives me nuts because everyone has a different chart. And so the eclipses happen in different areas of our lives. So the advice that you read or hear, take it with a grain of salt and tune into your chart to find out which houses this eclipse occupies, because those areas of your life are going to be really heavily affected, whereas other areas of your life might not be so affected by this. Don't know why I needed to give that run through for Virgo, but we did it. I mean, Virgo is all about details and plans, and we have the sacral chakra in reverse, but I'm just going to take it upright. So sacral chakra, you are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. So working with orange, different shades of orange at this time can be helpful, and working with your divine feminine creative flow energy, whether you are a man or woman watching this, that we all have feminine energy within us, we all have masculine energy within us. So it's tapping into some of that divine feminine energy, the creative energy, the receptive energy. So Virgo, focusing again maybe on your health. If you have some strong Taurus placements, that reading could be really helpful for you to check out as well. Let's see, what else for Virgo with these eclipses? Thank you. Have you asked your angels for help with this? I'm seeing some throat chakra activation as well, being able to confidently speak your truth. Maybe even doing like some scripting or affirmations or mantras, and allowing your voice and your throat to help you to manifest what it is that you're wanting to create and step into, and also to release old habits, especially if any are really affecting the throat chakra. And then words of abundance. Literally. Come on. So really working with your sacral chakra and your throat chakra, Virgo. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and others. My voice, my throat chakra got all like raspy during that. That's kind of interesting. Well, it pans out for me with where Virgo is in my chart, so that makes sense for me. Positivity, faith, and optimism are on the bottom of the deck here. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. Yeah, if you have some strong Taurus placements, I'd really recommend checking that one out. And Gemini could also be good to just take a look at. But it looks like you really are being asked to continue to release things that aren't serving you. Especially things within your own physical vessel, and focusing on aligning and working with your chakras, Virgo. What is it that you want to create? We'll pull a tarot card for you guys. So what is it that Virgo is manifesting? What is it that Virgo is manifesting at this time? It's almost like a redo, not of the same energy, but in the past you really you felt like you were in maybe more of like a public position, maybe more of like people knew who you were successful, people felt inspired by you, and something along here, whether it's relationship or it's career or it's health in general or whatever it might be for you, Virgo, there's definitely a big transformation that has occurred, and the lessons that you've been learning through this, along with these throat chakras and sacral chakras, to bring into balance and to really strengthen here or to work with, you're able to step back into that kind of public eye again as a transformed and upgraded version of self. So this is kind of like sacred pause energy, where you're really being asked to focus on your healing at this time and your ability to visualize and speak aloud, especially for you, Virgo, what it is that you're creating, what it is that you're manifesting, and probably not to other people, just to yourself and to your guides, or prayer. So prayer, gratitude, but like putting those sound waves, vibrations out into the ether through your vocalization of your desires. And we got the Six of Pentacles, which was right there in Leo's reading. If you are stepping into more of like a business owner or like a boss, kind of like that kind of authority, the leadership, then the Leo reading could be really helpful for you to check out, because we did have the Six of Pentacles with Leo as well. Okay, I hope that helps, Virgo. We are stepping into Libra's reading now. So Libra, what is going on for Libra with this eclipse season, please? What is it that Libra has been releasing? What is it that Libra is creating? What is it that Libra is doing, honey? What's going on with Libra? Thank you. Thank you for letting these messages be clear and understandable. There's love to fly on the floor right now. Windfall of abundance. Nice. Okay. So stepping into a more abundant scenario. Maybe the abundance stopped for some reason, or you were in debt to something, or because of someone in your life, maybe they caused you to become in debt, and now you have money coming back in. For some of you, maybe this was a job that brought abundance, but for some reason, maybe you can't work it anymore because you got sick, or you had a broken leg and you couldn't make it to work or do your job, or there's something there where you could have been fired, but probably not to your own fault. Or maybe you quit. Maybe you quit a job, and the delay there was because it wasn't serving you. And now that has been released for whatever reason, you have more abundance coming in. So it is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. Is that like Libra's reading? Or I'm sorry, was that like Leo's reading? Anyway, okay, one more. And you're definitely calling back in a lot of money. Cooperation instead of competition. What's yours is yours, and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete, as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. It's very similar. These are very similar messages. And so for some of you Libras out there, I'm getting that this was maybe a marriage that, like, maybe you've gone through a divorce recently, and that can be very expensive. But you needed to go through that process because this person was not the person for you. It was not a happy home. It was not a happy marriage. And you lost a lot of money through the process of releasing that. Well, you're gaining all of it back. And it's safe. And again, doesn't mean that you have gone through a divorce or that you are. It's just some Libras that I'm picking up on in the energy and the cards right now and what I'm picking up. And so you're kind of learning how to feel safe again, maybe in a partnership with money. You're learning how to trust others again in sharing your resources, because whatever Libra I'm talking to, you do know how to create a lot of money. That's something that you might feel really skilled at. Or even if you don't feel skilled at it, you've at least had experience in your past where you've had enough, plenty, more than enough, and lost it and rebuilt it. And so you know you can rebuild it. So it's not as detrimental, it's not as scary, it's not as, like you're not as personally affected by it because you know that you can generate it again. It's really more about like, well, how do you share a life again with someone where money is involved? Because you've really lost not only love, but like a lot of financial, there's a lot of financial loss with the love loss that you went through. Ooh, clean energy food. Okay, a little bit of a different message, but this can help you, right? So when you fuel your body with a healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. A lot of apples in that basket. Could be harvesting. You could be involved somehow in a farm, or you might grow your own food. You might sell food or give it, or... because we got apples in this windfall of abundance too. Oh my gosh, we got another apple basket. I don't know if you can see those. So there's a basket of apples. There's a basket of apples. There's a basket of apples. Libra, it looks like you know how to harvest. And I mean that in a good way. Not like you harvest energy from other people. Please no. But I think that because you know how to generate so much abundance, you can literally like take care of people. You can take care of yourself. You can take care of a lot of people. That at times in your past has called in maybe some people who took too much from you. You've been through this. This is not a new cycle. You definitely know that you can create a whole lot more. And so I think that right now for you, Libra, you are in a decision-making mode in kind of reflecting on what you've created in the past, the lessons you've learned, and what you want to create stepping forward and who it is that you want to share it with. So you're becoming a lot more, your discernment has grown a lot in this process. And you're slowly opening yourself back up to trusting others with sharing your life, your abundance, your resources, your time, your energy, any and all of that. It's really beautiful. It looks really good on you, actually. It looks really good on you. So I hope that helps. We're going into Scorpio next. Oh, I love Scorpio. Scorpio, so misunderstood. You're super awesome. Not always misunderstood. The people that know, right? I've been getting to know a new friend, and she's rad, and she's a Leo, but she's like, I collect Scorpios. Yep, I collect Scorpios. And we were all together in a friend group, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm Scorpio rising. My best friend has a ton of Scorpio in her chart. Her best friend is a Scorpio. My best friend's boyfriend, who she's married to, his brother, he's a Scorpio. And I'm looking around going like, oh my God, you're right. You do collect Scorpios. So for the people who know that Scorpios are amazing, it's okay if others just don't get it at times. I do believe Scorpio is the most misunderstood sign of the zodiac. And I love you guys. So let's see what's going on for Scorpio. What is it that Scorpio is releasing with this eclipse season and calling in with this eclipse season, please? Thank you for letting this message be clear and understandable. Ask for your needs to be met. Okay. Okay. So calling in a little faith. Oh, I could touch your body. I know that everybody's got a body like you, baby. Who is that? George. George Michael? Is that the name of the guy from Arrested Development? Okay. So, that was a little weird tangent that just happened in my brain. I don't even know if those are the correct names or if I'm piecing together the right things there, but so I think you're being pretty lighthearted with yourself. I think you're trying to be, as you're figuring out what this ending means, what you can call in and create. And so with that, it could be new community. It could be people that really, really love and value you for who you are, not necessarily what you bring to them. This could definitely be releasing community. This could be that you've been releasing a relationship in some form, or group of people in some form, or an environment like where you used to live or where you used to work or where you used to go to school. People that you were around all the time, whether you wanted to be around them or you had to be around them. I feel like that's kind of a part of what you've been releasing, and now you're in a position to call in more and more alignment. If you have Cancer prominently in your chart, the Cancer reading could be really good to go check out. But you also have visualize abundance in all forms and cooperation instead of competition, which has been in 2 of the readings so far, and I think Cancer is one of them. Gosh. It might be beneficial for you also to check out the Libra reading. What else for Scorpio, please? Clearing debt. Clearing debts. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. So there's definitely like a releasing of a community, and you could be moving, literally. You could be literally moving, or you're at least just like not spending time with the people you used to spend time with, and now you are, asking for help in moving into a new community. It could be the all of that. It could be that community. Pride could be something for you. Sorry, LGBTQR. I apologize. I actually do not know, but that's just for someone. It could be that you're really honest, like truly just stepping into a much more authentic version of who you are and who you felt you've been for a long time, but maybe you had to hide the way that you love others. That's for somebody, Scorpio. But for others of you, this does feel like just a general kind of like releasing of a community and calling in new connections that are much more cooperative and that really are good for you. You might find some people that also are like, no, I collect Scorpios. They're amazing, Heart chakra on the bottom of the deck. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. So this could be a love reading. Letting go of a relationship that you didn't feel was authentic any longer, that you learned a lot of lessons, and now you're opening yourself up to new love, to new heartfelt community where you can create together, you can grow together, you can help each other, and create a lot more abundance. Okay, for Scorpio. I'm just going to pull a tarot card or two. Let's see. For Scorpio. We have the moon. There could be a little bit of fear around this at this time. A little bit of not knowing exactly where you're going. The pathway could be not brightly illuminated. But with the moon, there will be a period of time, and right now the moon is full, so it's the brightest in the sky, and it does reflect a lot of light. So if you can trust that you can be led by the moonlight and the stars, then you can find your way into this new life that you've actually been seeking for a long time, I feel. You've been desiring for a long time, Scorpio. You're going there. You're moving in that direction. You're literally like flying there on a Pegasus. A unicorn Pegasus, of course. Pretty magical. So yeah, don't let any of these old fears hold you back. Yeah, any old heartbreak hold you back. There's 3 of Swords in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So you could have really gone through it. A big heartbreak that you've been healing from. And you probably still feel into it. I feel for most of you it isn't that it's brand new or fresh. But you might have literally decided to move to a completely different town or state or country or continent. And now you're ready to meet your tribe and new love. So that's really exciting. I'm excited for you. I really hope that helps. We got Sagittarius up next. Okay, Sagittarius. What is going on, please, for Sagittarius? Gratitude list. That came out fast. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. I'm also seeing with these animals, like Yuletide, so like maybe Christmas time, more of this new chapter will be open at that point in time and more clear and prominent in your life, Sagittarius. But definitely staying focused on what it is that you're grateful for at this time rather than focusing on what it is that you've lost or you've had to let go of. And that helps you to call in more of what you want. Can we get some more clarity on this, Spirit? What's going on with Sagittarius here? What's going on for Sagittarius? Seeing also for you to like allow yourself to open up to this. Don't like be crossed off to it or closed off to it. Release. Work with Archangel Michael and let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. So Sag, I think that you're currently kind of really going through this separation, this release, this ending of an old chapter cycle, maybe closing the whole volume of the book. And you're about to step into like a whole, not just next chapter, but next volume. And I think that there's been a lot of emotions with that and that, you know, you're doing it. Just continue to feel it, to heal it, to release what you don't need and to focus on the things that you're grateful for while you're healing. Positivity, faith, and optimism. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. Let's do one more of these. it does just feel like it's a little bit harder for you right now, Sagittarius. And that's like it's not your fault. There's nothing wrong with that. I think like you're probably just really feeling aspects of this old chapter, this old volume closing. It feels big. It feels like it's not something that you would just end and be over like that. Like this has a lot of history to it, a lot of time and energy and resources that have been invested into it. And so it's, can be a lot to process when you're releasing it. So you're doing great, okay? And it's a past life issue. So this is bigger than just this lifetime. This is something that's been around multiple lifetimes for you. And it would make sense if it was something that kind of always was there, but you didn't quite get why. Like, why were you so peculiar around this certain thing, or you have this certain fear that doesn't make sense from this incarnation. So this is really big, Sagittarius. No wonder staying positive and keeping the faith and gratitude and optimism. The situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. What is this for the Sagittarians tuning in? Obviously, I have different Sagittarians tuning in, so it can be different for each of you. What's going on here? What is it that Sagittarius is letting go of that is based in like more than just this lifetime? What karmic cycles and lessons are being closed out right now? What new exciting path is Sagittarius moving towards? So we have the Queen of Cups. Okay. So could have been a really big deal, like soulmate relationship, love relationship. Maybe you thought you were on the twin flame journey. Now we have the Nine of Cups. So moving into this very harmonious humanitarian aspect of self. So philanthropy, volunteering, being incredibly generous with your time, your energy, your resources, but especially your heart, your feelings, your joy. So I'm seeing that volunteering could be really helpful for you. Focusing on philanthropy, focusing on how you can give back. Most likely you are financially well. And this closing of a chapter, of course, could affect your finances, but it doesn't really feel as scary for you. This feels more like a deep past life soul bond and connection with someone that you were romantically involved with, or if you weren't romantically involved with them, that at least that you recognize them from other lifetimes. You've known them before. And there's something about a release of that karma. And you are kind of in the void. You're in the limbo space. And I think by the time your birthday season rolls around, you're going to be in a much more empowered place. And so right now it's about keeping the faith. It's about just continuing to heal. It's about, doing your gratitude journal every day, or, saying your affirmations. Because this isn't some little thing, Sag. This is a big deal. This is a deep one. This is the deepest so far of all of the 12 signs that I've been reading for in this reading. This is the most like, oof, that's some heavy lifting. That's a lot of spiritual work. It's a lot of heart chakra work that you've been doing, that you've been focusing on. And we have the Hierophant in reverse. So especially stepping into you, like your own identity, being a spiritual authority, a spiritual leader. Really like tuning into what is it that you believe. And possibly not only finding a new loving relationship with a true soulmate, someone that you're meant to be with in this lifetime because you've built up really good dharma from past lives together. But also, you could be stepping into a teacher role and helping others to go through a similar huge transformation. So there's something there with becoming this spiritual teacher because you're mastering past life lessons, which means that you're gifted skills, you're gifted more maturity, you're gifted more wisdom, you're gifted more authority in a way that really, really helps people in a spiritual basis, in their beliefs around themselves or the world or life, or you get what I'm saying. Knight of Cups, Judgment, Two of Swords. You're allowed to open up to new love. You will allow yourself at some point to see it and to recognize it. Right now is about your healing process. When we get into Sagittarius season, let's check back in. I'd like to know how you're doing, if some new love has entered into your life and you're allowing it. Because I see it. I mean, Queen of Cups, Nine of Cups, Knight of Cups. We've already had the Two of Cups on deck and the Knight of Cups again. You're going to be getting some sort of loving message come through, whether it's romantic or just beautifully, like just loving, like platonic love or universal love or spiritual, like guidance kind of love. So keep your eyes and your heart and your mind open to the possibilities of what's to come as you move through this deeply transformative and healing cycle. Whew! That was quite the reading for Sagittarius. Big deal. Really amazing work. Like, super proud of you, because this is not hard. I mean, it's not hard. It is not that easy to heal past life wounds and issues and fears and traumas and experiences and memories and all of that. So I'm very proud of you. Okay, we're moving on to Capricorn. What is going on for Capricorn, please? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. What is happening for Capricorn with this eclipse season? This Virgo, Pisces eclipse season, please. Visualize abundance in all forms. Power animal. What else for Capricorn? So protection for yourself, spending time with more animals, spending time in nature, the crown chakra, unlimited ideas, and successful funding. So I think that you are also stepping in. It's very similar to the Leo reading. If you have prominent Leo in your chart, check that one out. And potentially also the Aries reading. But it looks as though you are very protected and you're being gifted a lot of downloads. And you're being guided to follow through on those divine hits and see yourself as successful, which is typically easy for Capricorn to do. Capricorn likes to exercise their ambition and really hone in on systems and organization that help you to like rise up and embody the most auspicious, to embody very auspicious. I like that came in. It's like a lot of good luck. I feel like there's a lot of good luck coming your way as you continue to do what you feel guided to do and with alignment included, and in integrity, and taking responsibility for your actions, and figuring out what your goals are and creating a plan and following it. I think that this period of time, in an odd way, could almost feel really like clarifying, validating, and exciting. Capricorn, you most likely have already done a lot of the releasing from this full moon that just happened with this eclipse. And in another 2 weeks, we'll have that new moon in the eclipse season, where you'll get to really like call in more of what it is that you want. And I think that you know what it is that you want. And you've been gifted, like, it's not even like it's a do-over, but there is a little bit of that energy here. Like you've been given another chance to restart after rethinking everything and releasing things that no longer are serving you, and to recommitting to the next elevated version of self and your goals and your future and what you see for yourself. The energy feels really clear. It feels really strong. It feels just naturally successful. And that's really great. That's beautiful. That's a nice position to be in, honestly, with how intense this eclipse season can be for some people. It looks like you are handling it with a lot of ease and grace. And that's not to say that it's been easy, but you're making it look really easy. You're making it look really easy, really accessible. You could be really showing up as a guiding light for others, as a really like great like mentor in some capacity. So 7 of Swords in reverse, no sneaking around. Yes, strategy was involved, but I'm seeing such high integrity with you. Like, why would you have to like cut corners? No, there's no cutting corners when you're going up a ladder, which is what Capricorn's kind of like known for, stereotypical, is like continuing to climb that ladder. Just make sure that you celebrate your successes as they come. Give yourself that. But it looks like you're just super laser focused at this time. And you're balancing things, and there's a lot of changes afoot. There's a lot of separation. You might actually own your own company or business, and you've done like a whole rebrand, and you've had to let go of some people or change some positions around. And that's challenging because you care about your people. You don't want to put anyone out. But I think there have just been many changes and shifts and transformation for you, and it does feel very like your aspirations, your goals, your financial future, the big picture, the 10 of Pentacles, the dream life. So if anything, some of the challenge in what you've been experiencing most likely is feeling like the burden of responsibility and the burden of knowing that you need to make the decision that's going to be the best overall for the majority, and that might not be the best decision for some of the people. But you are really showing up very aligned. You've gone through a personal transfer. Something here. Your business, your community, something here where you are a natural leader and boss has gone through a huge transformation. But it's for the best. Yeah, like you're getting to recreate something, but in a much more aligned version or a much more sustainable version. Capricorn, really beautiful energy as well. And I feel like, the Leo reading could be really, could continue some of these messages that could be very helpful in reply. So I hope that that helps you. Okay, moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius. What is it that Aquarius might need to know or feel like validation around when it comes to these eclipses? This eclipse season that we're in. Just had the full moon yesterday, so especially around releasing at the moment. What is it that Aquarius is releasing? Okay, so ask for your needs to be met. That's come up in multiple of these readings. For your needs to be met. It doesn't matter how you ask for help, but only that you do so. So whether that's through prayer or literally talking to people or crowdfunding or emotional sensitivity. I was also seeing something like maybe going to the doctor, or like getting your checkups, just getting all your normal checkups, Aquarius. Emotional sensitivity. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity as it is a gift to us all. Okay. What is it that Aquarius is releasing, please? Okay, have fairies and savings. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. Okay. And then savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. I feel like you're kind of getting all of your ducks in a row. You're kind of like this, Aquarius, you're kind of like, the message for you is this really beautiful blend of a lot of the different readings that I've given in this video. Meaning that you're still in the releasing phase. You're still in the healing phase. You're still in the clarifying and manifesting what you want phase. You're also in this phase of knowing that you're an incredible, inventive, outside of the box, creative thinker, and that you can get lightning quick downloads and answers to any questions that you have, or very fast problem solving skills, maybe asking for help. It's an answer, like solving a problem, like getting the solution to a problem in your life currently, or how to continue to release XYZ so you can call in your amazing future self and the life of your dreams, blah, blah, blah. And so I think that as you open yourself up and ask for that help, keeping in mind that you're incredibly sensitive to energy and to probably mentalities. You could probably be like a claircognizant, or you're definitely like a telepathically tuned in kind of person. Like you feel like you can read people's minds in a way. You might be really good at reading body language for some of you. But yeah, and also as you connect more with nature and elementals, and your angels, your guides, your power animals, I think that you're on to something where you're really like in the creative planning phase and figuring out what this next chapter looks like, because it feels like it's very unique and probably a combination of your experiences and skill sets and interests and talents. But it feels a bit like something new, something revolutionary that you can bring to humanity, you can bring to your community, that you can be a teacher in ways, or that you provide some sort of invention or new revolutionary idea or service or product. And it allows you to have a lot more financial stability. Pull a tarot card for you. Okay, what is it that Aquarius is coming up with here or inventing? These are kind of big cards. What is Aquarius up to? I also feel like you're kind of keeping quiet about it and only allowing in very specific people to help you with this, or even just like spiritual help, maybe not even people. We got the King of Swords. It came out in reverse. Desiring to open up your mind to new ideas. You could be just really open to flow and seeing like, well, figuring out what the next phase is. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So there's some aspect of not being able to nurture yourself in the past and not being able to see clearly like your own power and strength, but with releasing whatever these things are that you've been releasing through this eclipse season, it's opening up that space for you to see yourself as very capable and very creative and very intelligent, and that you're able to nurture yourself more. You're stepping away from a community that wasn't serving you, or a group of people, maybe like an inner circle at work or somewhere where you were collaborating in a business sense or like a skill sense, like work, something where you would gain money from this, and the people that you used to be tied to, that's part of what you've been releasing. And so I think you're really calling in the opportunity to serve a more aligned community for yourself. The Scorpio reading could be really helpful for you, especially if you have prominent Scorpio placements in your chart. And the Cancer reading, if you have prominent Cancer placements in your chart, Aquarius. Those two could be really good to look back on. It's similar themes happening. So maybe some other messages will be there for you. But let's just like see what else comes out here. So we have the Nine of Wands in reverse and Strength. Okay, I think that you've gone through the majority of like the battle here. You've actually already gone through the like aha of what you're releasing, and it seems like it's a group of people, a community. Could be just a relationship. Could be it could just be one other person primarily, but someone else is connected too, so maybe a child, but it feels more like people that you were trying to create, like in a business sense, in a career sense, in how you put your work out there and create abundance. And also Aquarius is all about the group and about using the stage to educate and to inform and to transform. Technology could be involved here. Just generally like inventing something new. You were with the wrong people and you've realized that. And so now you're just finding your way in and being open to universal intelligence to come in and help to guide you into this new direction. And it might be more of like winter into early spring that you really see. Yeah. During the fall, you're really fall right now. During the next few months, if you're seeing this now in September of 2025, you're really being, or whenever you're seeing this, if this applies later on too, you're really being asked during the autumn and fall months to rest and continue to heal and to meditate and to be open to spirit and to creative brainstorm, invent.
In winter, I think, is when you meet more of this new community and these people who are on a similar page to you that can help you to create this. And by the time spring comes around, you'll see a lot more of the fruits of your labor. There's like a big rebirth that's going to be occurring for you. And it does feel like maybe you're moving to a new place, or you're involved in some other circles, communities, or new job. In the springtime, right around your birthday, right after your birthday, could be when these things really start to like become clear and tangible or experienced. So with that, some of the Taurus energy, Taurus, Aries readings that I posted up here could be really helpful for you, Aquarius. I hope that helps. All right, last but certainly not least, Pisces. Let's see what's going on for Pisces, please. With this eclipse season that is going on. The Virgo Pisces axis. So Pisces would feel this a lot. Depends on your chart, of course. But let's see, what's going on for Pisces with this, Spirit? Thank you for letting this message be clear and understandable. What is it that Pisces is experiencing during this eclipse season? Do the work. It's not enough to dream or pray, which Pisces is really good at both. Also, she's playing a musical instrument. Pisces are very artistic, and some of them are amazing musicians, okay? I know a lot of Piscean musicians. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you're being divinely guided to take, not just dream or pray about them. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. Similar to Aquarius, I'm seeing in the springtime a lot of this showing up for you in a more tangible way, so be patient with yourself. But what else is going on for Pisces, please? So taking action steps, not just sitting around. What else is going on for Pisces, please? Low power. Well, good thing we're at the end here. What else is going on for Pisces? It's like, nope, that's it. Just do the work, Pisces. Don't get caught up daydreaming. Do not allow yourself to be distracted by anything at this time. Release jealousy. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. Wow, what is it that you want? This could be a new love. You might have to put yourself out there a little bit more, Pisces. Call in this new lover. Releasing jealousy. Releasing also ways of escaping your reality. Because Pisces is master escape artist through either daydreaming or, good forms of escape can be playing music, playing an instrument, art, getting lost in drawing, dancing, doing something very artistic. And then there are ways that Pisces also can be very good at escaping, and those are not usually the most healthful, and that can be, by consuming things or smoking or drinking or binge eating, binge watching Netflix, ways, that you distract yourself from what's going on. So you're kind of being asked to be really careful about all of those and to remain really present and clear and confident in what it is that you want to take action steps towards, that you can create and call in. So the Aries reading could be really helpful for you to watch. And if you have some prominent, is it Sagittarius? If you have some prominent Sagittarius in your chart, I would urge you to look at that part of the reading as well. That felt like that was the biggest one, with some past life kind of stuff going on. And Pisces rules the 12th house, which is subconscious, it's past lives. So just something to think about. And then if you get nervous, focus on service. Love that. Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. Just trying to think of which one. There's another reading, a portion of this reading that I wanted to guide you towards, but it's fine. But it does really feel like you're being asked to be more conscious and present and clear than like ever before, and to not allow yourself to get distracted by anything at the moment. King of Wands, what is it that you feel passionate about? Passionate action step? What passionate and inspired action steps can you take? Okay, masculine energy. So embodying the action, embodying the putting yourself out there and being really clear and focusing on inspiration to guide you, focusing on service and how you can help others to guide you. Those will be really, really helpful. And I do think that, did I tell you to check out the Aries reading? The Aries and the Sagittarius reading could be really, really helpful for you, Pisces. There are beautiful messages in there that could just really resonate with the direction it looks like this is wanting us to go in for you. We have the Seven of Wands, so protecting yourself through this. Not feeling like you need to defend yourself, but maybe also not oversharing so that you don't feel like you have to defend yourself or protect yourself so intensely. Definitely on a spiritual level right now, like do your protections, do your guided meditations that are protection meditations. Cleanse your energy more often, ground yourself more often. You're really being asked to step up to the plate here, Pisces, in a way that is typically a little bit less comfortable for most sun sign Pisces. If you're right on the cusp with Aries, this will be a lot easier for you. But just staying as present and clear and focused as you possibly can, maybe more than you've ever been in your life. And we got the Ten of Cups. So whatever this release jealousy around, if this is around like a new love experience, it's coming your way. You just need to do it's a little bit of a heavy ask and deep work, and you kind of have to be disciplined and resilient through this. So I believe in you. I know that you can do that. Again, check out the Sagittarius reading and the Aries readings. And yeah, you got the Hermit in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So you're being called to really step into the most authentic version of yourself, a very wise version of yourself, one who is comfortable with alone time and independence. And you're meant to bring your knowledge and your wisdom to others. So whatever you can do to stay focused, inspired, take passionate action steps, be excited about what this is you're creating, and just, do your best to stay disciplined and focused until you reach that goal. I really hope this helps you. So as a little wrap up for everybody, wow, we're all kind of going through this eclipse season together, just in different ways, and we all can help each other. There are messages in all 12 of those signs that that really seem to be mostly helpful for everyone. I say the only difference is for some people, you're really meant to kind of like pause, take the sacred pause, rest, meditate, be still, and allow the answers to come to you. For most everyone, it's you can ask for help. Make sure that you ask for help, even if it's just through prayer or meditation, that you ask for that assistance. And for some of us, it is very much about taking very clear action steps and just continuing to hold the focus on the vision of what it is that you want to create, because you're creating it. There's a lot of abundance coming in. There is love coming in. It looks really beautiful. I really hope this helped you. And if you liked it, like the video, if you feel like sticking around, subscribe. I would love to have you here. And then I have more readings coming up. So I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.